Good evening, everybody. It is Dr. Minister Toya Woodland here, and I am coming to you once again because you guys know I have been in pursuit or aggressively trying to get the attention of our 45th president, um, President Donald Trump. And so people say, Toya, well, why not Kamala Harris? Why aren't you trying to get Kamala's attention? I don't think that in 60 years, we have had the support as Black Americans and Black Americans who are descendants of chattel slavery, the support of the Democrats. Um, for that reason alone, I believe that it's time to abandon ship, abandon the Democratic plantation, and to move on to greener pastures, so to speak. Besides Kamala, I don't know if you guys remember when she was running, she said, well, I'm not going to do anything for Black people specifically. No. But went right in and created a anti-Asian hate bill. But yet didn't want to do anything for Black people. She is a part of the same administration that shunned Black people, Black Americans, when they came into office. I'm sorry, I'm parched. Black Americans put the Biden administration into office at a 90% rate. However, we reap nothing for our vote. We received no tangibles for our vote. Everyone had something. Oh, forgive me. We had Juneteenth and crack pipes. That part. Every other group of Americans got something. The Latinos got something. The whites got something. Of course, they're gonna get something. New Americans got something, but homosexuals got something. Everyone got something that would help their specific situation other than Blacks. This is the same man that said you're not Black if you don't vote for me. This is the same woman who has been blatantly disrespecting our lineage by riding in the coattails of Black Americans when we don't share the same lineage. And lineage is everything, people. It matters. If in this country for the last 403 years, Black Americans have been oppressed, beaten, enslaved, taunted, terrorized, degraded, deceived, bamboozled, hoodwinked. Anything that you can imagine that can be done to a people has been done to Black Americans, and especially over the last 60 years under our commitment to the Democratic Party. So, in answer to those of you guys who have been bombarding my inbox and asking me why not Kamala, that's why not Kamala. Kamala doesn't share our interests first and foremost because she said she wasn't going to do anything for us. However, on the other hand, I have a president that who has freed more Black men and women from federal prison than Obama did in the 8 years that he was president. I have a president who signed into law the 400-year African American Heritage Act. I have a president who recognizes that for every immigrant that enters this country is job loss for Black Americans. I have a president who wants to make America great again for everybody. This is why I support Donald Trump. And I'm a Republican. I'm sorry, I'm conservative. I have conservative values. I believe in border control. I believe that I'm pro life. I am. I believe I'm a capitalist. I believe in a capitalist system. I live under capitalism, and I am a capitalist. I'm not a Marxist. I'm not a socialist. I am a capitalist. I'm not a communist, not a Marxist, or a socialist, but yet, yes, I am a capitalist, and I believe that America can be great again, yet it has to be great for everyone. Currently in this country, Black Americans who are descendants of chattel slavery make up for 2.6% of this country's wealth, while white Americans make up for 90% of this country's wealth. The gap is so far See, that, 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 while we have some of the highest spending power, we spend trillions a year in the Black community, yet we are at the bottom of the economic um, at the bottom of the economic cast here in this country. Under my fear is under democratic rule, our country will be overtaken by immigrants, and there would be a sort of genocide that would be performed on Black Americans, um, bringing into those new Americans who are here to buffer or to replace our vote. We are still the we are still the people who, the very people, the descendants of the people who built this country. Yet everyone benefits off of the work, the hard labor that my family and others like me have gone through. Everyone benefits off of the work that we continue to do. Yet we are not. We're not benefiting the criminal justice system. We're not. Our children are being suspended at a higher rate than other children. Our children make up 37% of the population in public schools in America, roughly 37%. But we make up is this 58%? I believe it's 58%. If someone knows differently, please hit me in my inbox, tell me differently, of suspensions. Mass suspensions lead to mass incarceration. Um, the school to prison pipeline is a real thing. It's absolutely real. And it's targeted for Black Americans, while 79% of the teachers in America are white, 53% being white women who lead in sexual inappropriateness amongst Black children, specifically Black male children here in America. We are like in education with people who look like us. Our kids are not being taught. I support uh, uh, um, I support not teaching race, race, Black history in the school, because I don't want my child taught at this moment. I don't want my child taught by someone who is not does not share their lineage. I don't want a white woman or a white man teaching my children. So the reason that I am going to President Trump is because I believe, and this is in my heart of hearts, that he understands how the black men and women have been slighted in this country, and would be willing, let me put that the way, and would be willing to assist us in the social economic growth that's so needed for American descendants of chattel slavery. So let me tell you a little bit about the Office of American Descendants of Chattel Slavery. The Office of American Descendants of Chattel Slavery is an office that's dedicated solely to the enhancement of Black Americans. In every state, there is an Office of New Americans. In the Office of New Americans, they provide housing resources, housing voucher, connecting with Section 8 vouchers, um, food resources like food stamps that our tax dollars go to, $6,000-7,000 for food stamps. Brand new Social Security numbers, brand new printed limits, which means brand new vehicles, brand new homes. I have Black Americans and veterans of all colors who are sleeping outside while immigrants are living in brand new construction. That's not right. So what that our office would deal with would be housing, economics, in the form of reparations. However that looks, I have a specific plan that that I created. Well, I will not give it out on the video, but I will sit down with President Trump and go through that plan step by step, point by point, in order to reduce residual returning to jail. I used to be able to roll that word off my tongue. In order to reduce crime in urban areas, you have to reduce the wealth gap. You have to there has to be education. There has to be resources. There has to be jobs. There has to be something for people to look forward to. If there is nothing for people to look forward to, then you get crime. Um, you get degradation. You get drug use. You get um, every negative thing that can happen to a people. Imagine being in a room, and in that room is 5,000 people, black, white, green, purple, whatever. And oh, I'm gonna sit back. My back is feeling. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Oh, that feels so good. Give me some light. Um, Imagine there are 5,000 people in one room, and in that room, you've been locked in that room for say 90 days. No food, no water. 90 days. Someone comes in, brings in a cup of water this size, and a bowl of rice that size, and says, whoever gets that bowl of rice and that cup of water can have it. But you have to get to it by any means necessary. You guys figure it out. What will happen? Can you imagine? 5,000 people in one room with just barely enough room for the 5,000 people, in one small bowl of rice and a cup of water. And I just lost my lighting. Um, a cup of water this size, right? Ugh, sorry. Ugh. Stay. Stay. Like I'm talking to a dog. And a cup of water this size. What would happen would be manipulation, murder, um, physical violence, uh, whatever you can think of that would that whatever you can think that would happen to a people trying to make it to that one bowl of rice so that they can feed themselves and maybe their family, would happen. And that's what's going on in the Black community. And that's what's been going on in the Black community for the last 400 years. I'm sorry. It's time for a change. President Trump, I am desperately um, trying to get your attention and in order to sit down with you and with me and my team, and have a conversation about how the Office of New Americans, how the Office of American Descendants Challenge Slavery would look. The plan that we have put together. Talk. We have a Black agenda along with the point plan of the functions and daily functions of the office. Um, and we would love to sit down and have a meeting with you. I can guarantee you that if you give the people hope that things will change, then the people will follow you. Because that's what we've been lacking, hope. We go with the same old, uh, uh, um, not really expecting change, but can it get worse? Absolutely, it's gotten worse. We have Venezuelans in Chicago who are receiving $9,000 a month for living expenses, who did nothing to earn it, nothing that they did nothing to deserve it. They didn't earn it. They just received it. $9,000 a month. Yet we have Black people in America sleeping under the Wacker Drive. You don't believe me? Take a drive down there. If you're in Chicago, take a drive through Wacker Drive. We are desperately in need of change. If you want to make America great again, it can only be great again if America is great for everyone involved. Black America, white America, so that we can become one America. And that's the point. In order for us to become one unified America, everybody has to be able to take part of the American dream. I am by no means uh, against immigration. I'm not xenophobic. I've been called xenophobic, and sometimes I'll jokingly say, yes, I'm xenophobic, homophobic, erectophobic, all that phobics. But I'm not. I'm not xenophobic. I'm not homophobic. I'm not transphobic. I am arachnophobic. And I'm also afraid of vegetables. Of green beans. I don't know if that has to do with anything. But I'm not anti-immigration. I'm anti-immigration when it comes before those who are here, whose ancestors built this country, those who rightfully deserve funding, those who rightfully deserve a hand up, those who rightfully um, deserve the benefits that have been offered to new Americans. I also propose a ban on immigration for at least 10 years. We need time to heal. We have never had an opportunity to heal from slavery because what we have done is brought everybody else in. The Bible says, I am a minister. The Bible says that clean up in front of your own front door before you try to sleep around someone else's. Or can someone get that for me? I guess not. Or take the plank out of your own eye before you try to take the plank out of someone else's eye. So I realize that here in America, we need to take the plank out of the eyes of the people who are here before we start trying to take the plank out of other eyes. Clean up our own house. The Office of New Americans will also deal with education, finance, economics, housing, business ownership, healthcare, uh, uh, police brutality, mass incarceration. Mass incarceration is a huge problem in the Black community. Can someone get that for me? I'm so sorry. Because someone keeps calling me over and over and over and over again. They can't hear me. But I I guess they'll call back. However, I apologize. It is so annoying when people know I'm on a live and they continue to call me. That's the devil is a liar, right? We're not going to do that. It is imperative that we have an office that is. Leanne, would you get my phone? Because someone keeps calling me over and over again while I'm doing my live, and I'm so sorry, everyone. I so apologize. I expect it must be an emergency because everyone knows that I'm on a live right now. Could you just answer it, please, and tell them I called them back, whoever it is. I'm so very sorry. However, where was I? It's so imperative that we have an office that's dedicated to the uplifting and economic growth, social growth, physical growth of Black Americans. What in 1964 we were giving the 1964 Civil Rights Act. However, there's no specific language in the 1964 Civil Rights Act that specifically deals with the needs of Black people who are descendants of chattel slavery. And I have to say descendants of chattel slavery because lineage is what? It is everything. I love my country. If I could live anywhere else, I wouldn't live anywhere but here. We have the greatest freedoms in the world. We are we are second to none, right? However, as good as this country is, and while I would not want to live anywhere else because while it's bad here, it can get real worse somewhere else. If we're going to make America great again, President Trump, we have got to take into consideration that the socioeconomic condition of Black Americans. That's where I come in as the newly appointed director of the Office of ADOCS. I did not say ADOS as an organization, but ADOCS, American Descendants of Chattel Slavery. I would oversee the various departments, and as I said, education, healthcare, housing, economics, business ownership, mass incarceration, police brutality are some of the things that we want to tackle in the next 4 years to put a dent into. And we will fight to make sure that not only your legacy is lives on after the 4 years, but fight to make sure that your vice president elect carries on your legacy, standing with your administration side by side, as long as we have the things that we need to make us better individuals. I have to say that the stimulus package helped a lot of Black Americans. There was a reducing crime, and I know because I live on the north side. I worked on the north side then of Minneapolis, and which is one of the worst congressional districts, Ilhan Omar, in America. It's the fifth worst place for Black people to live, with one of the highest crime rates. But crime went down. Crime went down. People were happy. People were eating. That's what I want to see again. Black business was thriving. Home ownership went up in the Black community. I want to see that where it's consistent, where Black people are gaining and not losing. If you take a chance on us, it'll be the best thing that the Republican Party could ever do. Well, people say, well, the Republican Party is not going to do anything for Black people. Well, what have we done for them in 60 years? We called them a bunch of racists and said we're not voting for them. Have we donated to their campaigns? Have we fought? Have we stood up? It's almost been taboo for a Black person to say that they're Republican. You've been made to be felt shame. I was a closet Donald supporter, and when someone would tell that I voted for Trump in 2016, I say, no, I didn't, but I did. I'm out the closet now. I'm out. I'm in the open now. But I was in the closet because what the Black community tends to do is make you feel ashamed for your logical, reasonable political decisions. They want to stay. We've always wanted to stay where Master was, to stay on the same old plantation. We always wanted to eat from Master's table. It's time for us to sit at our own table, create our own table, so that we can join the table and become one United States. I've never seen such love amongst Black and white people as it is when it comes to voting for Trump. Black women for Trump, white women for Trump, women for Trump, Black and white women for Trump, Black men for Trump, white men for Trump, Black and white men for Trump, men for Trump. It's been wonderful. Let's continue that. The only way we can continue that is if we have an office that's dedicated to the enhancement of Black people. I can give you data after data after data because that's what I do. I research, I study. The median income here in Minnesota is 15% for Black people. The average annual median income for Black people, where Tim Walz is the governor right now, is $15,000. Chew on that. The average median income for white Americans here in Minnesota, $60,000. Chew on that. The average median income for Asian Americans here in Minnesota, $90,000. Chew on that. We've had some of the highest police shootings under Governor Tim Walz. I can't tell you the countless times that I personally have stood outside his house and rang his doorbell and protested and called on our governor, and he would slide out the back door. George Floyd, Terrence Jackson, Hardell, Dante Wright, so many. Jamar Clark, God, it's been so many. Adrian, I don't know his last name. We had there's been so many under Governor Tim Walz. is watch here in Minnesota. And if I could, I've said their names. I've been out there. I've been in the marches. I've been in the trenches. I've led protests against police brutality since the shootings. I've been to the town halls and to the city council begging for my humanity. I'm tired of begging for my humanity. It's time. The time is now for us to be able, for us to have what we are owed in this country, and for us to be able to live as productive members of society. What white America always complains about is crime. You want to reduce crime? Pay reparations. And well, you say, well, I wasn't here when slavery happened, so why should I pay reparations? Well, I don't live in Israel or Afghanistan or Ukraine, but a great deal of our money goes there. I'm not from Venezuela, and I'm not, but we're paying Venezuelans $9,000 a month in Chicago. No one's talking about that. Why not give back to the people who have been here? That part. Not only do we want reparations, we also want the things that are going to make the quality of our lives better. When you do that, America, when that can happen, then America can truly be great again. There's no other way. You want to reduce crime? Stop over policing our communities and pay reparations that you owe, America, or make tangible amounts of money, make money available on a monthly basis to those whose ancestors built this country. If your grandmother dies and she has left money to the family, but that one sister took it, will you not sue for your? Would you not fight for your inheritance? This is our inheritance, and we want it. And we want a better quality of life, and that's what the Office of American Descendants of Chattel Slavery will do. It will provide a better quality of life. What do we bring to the table? We have to meet for you to find out. What is the plan? We need to meet so you can find out. How do we plan on executing it? We need to meet so that we can lay down specifics of how this should be executed. I propose we execute just like they execute the Office of New Americans in each state. However, our office will be federal for the moment. I haven't gotten that far yet, but we can get that far. I propose that we make America great. Not just great, excellent. I believe in this man. And I believe that if you, Mr. President Donald Trump, my president, and let me say this, to all the Black Americans who jumped down my throat for being a Trump supporter, I would like a full-fledged apology because of all the new support that we got from Black Americans, how you downgraded me and you trolled me and I had to give you policy and data and facts. To all of you, I would like an apology. I just want to say it. I'm just playing. No, I'm serious. I am so excited about what's coming. I am so excited because I believe that every Black person in America can benefit. And not only Black Americans, but white Americans. And how does this benefit white Americans, Toya? Well, if we have functioning schools and functioning healthcare and are receiving our fair share of this country's economy, it goes right back into the economy. Only building the economy. If we're already in the trillions with our spending power, can you imagine? Okay? Can you just imagine? It's not like we're running off to Africa and we're going to go and we don't run. We're not runners. We stand 10 toes down and we fight for our democracy here in America. We're not running from our country to Nigeria or to Afghanistan or to Mexico, or we're not running to anyone else's country. We're making America great again right here in good old US of A. For the people, for the Black Americans who are here, Black American descendants of child slavery. One thing I can say about Black Americans, we were built to last. We are not afraid. We are built to last. God built us for this. Unlike other melanated people who come in this country, who are running to this country for a better opportunity, we have fought. We have fought for a better opportunity. Exceptionally hard. Exceptionally hard. It would be my suggestion that anyone who is here and your country is in turmoil, that maybe you want to take some advice from Black Americans and see what we did or what we continue to do to make America great for us, and take that back to your country and implement it. Fight for what belongs to you. Stop trying to fight for what belongs to us. That's my emotional piece of this. Again, President Trump, or anyone who knows President Trump, can get word to him that Dr. Minister Toya Woodland is definitely trying to have a sit down with him. I would like you to reach out to me. And I would like you to meet with me and my team. Because we are a team. And when I say my team, it's not like I own them. When I say it's a group of people that I have been working with, been dealing with, and they are some of the brightest Black minds in America. They're not the only bright minds in America, but they're some of the brightest Black minds in America. And when I tell you that we could absolutely work together to make America great again, I mean that. I want to thank you all for joining. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I have made my plea, stressed my point, and I'm going to continue to make this plea, to stress this point until I get some results, until I can get a phone call or reach out or something from Donald J. Trump. I'm going to continue. I will be at the inauguration. I do not care what it takes. This is just that important to me. And anybody who knows Dr. Minister Toya Woodland knows that I'm not doing this for my gain. It's probably gonna do a lot more to harm me than it would to help me, because there are always gonna be those people who say, well, she did this. I'm gonna put this out here. If you can put an X in front of it, I did it. So that we clear that up right there. So so later on, someone said, well, she did this and she did that. If you can put an X in front of it, I probably did it. But that does not make me, what I've done is not who I am. It does not make me love my people any less or want to work harder for. No, I work hard for my people. I love Black people, and I love this country, and I love Americans as a whole. I have a newfound love for my American brothers and sisters. This Trump campaign has brought together so many. It brought us together so much love and unity. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, President Trump. While people thought you were going to divide, when I go on my TikTok, I see all the love and all the unity. People who wouldn't talk to each other otherwise are talking to each other. Let's continue with that. Let's show the world how it would look for an America where all of its citizens are doing well and prospering. We're already a force to be reckoned with, but we're already a movement by itself, but we can all be a force if we join together. That's a song right there. A movement by myself. But anyway, we can all be a force if we all work together. We all come together as one America, where every citizen is happy and prospering, and America is truly great for everyone. Let us help you make America great again. And with that, I bid you a final adieu. And as always, I have to do something patriotic because I love America. I am as American as apple pie. You know what I'm saying? I am as American as apple pie. Matter of fact, I think I got one in the refrigerator. I'm gonna pop in the oven in a little while. But yes. So what should we sing? I'm gonna sing a voice of Star Spangled Banner, and then a verse of the fairy voice is singing. First of all, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars. Man, we're gonna. I whose broad stripes and bright stars. For the last march we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave truth to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. I never proclaimed to be a singer. I did proclaim to be a patriot. And I do also love black people, so we go lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us march on loud as the roaring sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the faith that the present has brought us. Whew. So, because my live is going to cut off, so I have to cut it off. But I'll sing that one in its entirety next time. And but I never claimed to be a singer, but I did claim to be a patriot. And I love my country. And I want to see it great again. Bye bye, everybody. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. It's always that one